Hey everybody, this video is about installing and adjusting the DW drop clutch. I made a video about this once already and it seemed to help a lot of people, but I was still getting asked a bunch of questions on a few things, so I just decided to reshoot the video and go into a little bit more detail on some of the adjustments. This particular model that I'm using is several years old, so I'm sure DW has made some changes to the design. But regardless if you're using the DW or the Gibraltar, Guitar Center sells their version. They're pretty much all the same. You got your main clutch assembly here, then what I call just the post section. You're going to need your drum key and an Allen wrench. We'll get to that later. On the post section, you've got two metal locking nuts, two felt washers, and your bottom locking nut. And what's important about the post piece is that in the middle here there's a section that does not have threads, and that's to protect your hi-hat cymbal from what they call keyholing. Just keeps the grooves from digging into the bell of the cymbal. Go ahead and take off your bottom felt. Install it just like you would any normal hi-hat clutch. Bottom felt goes back on. This locking nut can be kind of hard to get on. You want to make sure it's straight so you don't cross thread it. And the way this is designed and the way that I use it is that I tighten down this bottom locking nut as far as it'll go, and then secure it with your drum key. That way you don't have to worry about this ever coming off during playing. Regardless of how tight or loose you like your hi-hat cymbals to be, your bottom locking nut again is going to be as tight as possible. All of your adjustments are going to come from the two metal locking nuts on the top part. For me, I like my top hi-hat to be pretty firm, so I'll tighten down the bottom of the two locking nuts until it's pretty snug. Okay, and then to lock in the position, you just spin the second one down, make sure that these two are tight against each other. Okay, if you like a little bit more wash, you can back them off, but these two should always be tight against each other no matter how you adjust your top cymbal. That's pretty much all for that piece. Okay, on the main clutch assembly, there's this felt covered nut on the bottom, and you can loosen this set screw with your Allen wrench to spin this piece, and this will allow for slight adjustments to the distance between the hook and the tip of the cone. So what you want to do is kind of just play around with this for a minute, and you're going to want to make sure that everything is snug here. Once you get everything where you need it, tighten this back down, and to test it, tighten your wing nut and press down on the pedal, and there shouldn't be any movement or any clicking sound coming from the hook. Okay, what you're hearing is just my cymbals. There's no movement right here. The second hole is just an additional position for your wing nut, depending on which side you prefer to have facing towards you, or if you know, left-handed, right-handed player, you can use it either way. And that's pretty much it. You've also got the option of taking the wing nut off completely. Take your drop clutch off completely if you don't need it, if you're just using a single pedal. And there should be a hole on your cone for your wing nut to use as a standard clutch. There you have it. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them, but I think I've covered pretty much everything. Take it easy, guys.